Circle is creating a blockchain. Should Ripple be worried? And Zebec is going to help. So we're going to get into that and more. You, my guy, Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested, so we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. Just thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
What is up, Blackrue Crew? We're in the house here for a pre-recorded video, and cue our partner or our affiliate partner, DCENT Wallet now.
Your crypto deserves the best protection. So why settle for less? DCENT Crypto Wallet isn't just another wallet. It's safe, secure, easy to use, and supports your favorite cryptocurrencies all at the touch of a button. And now with my exclusive link, you'll save $30 on your new wallet. Better security, smarter investing, $30 in your pocket. Click on the link now and secure your better security today.
Okay, so $30 off for one, $99 off for two. Best thing about it, you can swap within the wallet. You just download the phone app and you can swap within the wallet. No need to take things out and do it on the exchange and then put it back or anything like that. Definitely check out the AMA that we did on our channel here. But very, very big news here. Circle is starting its own blockchain called ARC. Should Ripple be worried? Well, let's get into this news just straight away here. And we're going to look at basically a couple videos that ARC has for us. One from the CEO of Circle, Jeremy Allaire. We're going to play that right now.
The past several decades has seen incredible epics of the internet. We've seen the internet collide with how people make products, sell products, making the cost of publishing and sharing data frictionless and free.
Economic velocity, right? I think people are really missing that in the reduction of all these fees and with things like Zebec, who's helping with this ARC, okay? It's going to increase velocity of spending. It's going to increase the velocity of consumption, right? Which is going to vastly help. So the amount of fees they're going to lose out on is going to be inconsequential because people are going to be increasingly buying, and getting paid. And, there'll also be AI agents out there earning for you. So here we have another thing from Mark. It's about 5 minutes. We're going to watch it here. Let me share that for you, and let's watch now.
Use cases that I want to talk to you all about, like FX, capital markets, payments, agentic AI payments. And we've seen the journey of the internet exchange of value from Bitcoin to stable coins and growing stable coins to their depth. We've seen massive improvements on regulation, usability, like we've had wallet advancements, privacy advancements, blockchain consensus advancements that brought us to this moment. The vision for ARK is to move that economic activity onto ARK and public blockchains.
When you're trying to tackle a vision as large as getting economic activity of the internet on a layer like this, there needs to be certain feature sets that really allow that to happen naturally, right? And for example, privacy has been a core feature that hasn't been really implemented across public blockchains today that enterprises, institutions, and even people like me and you will care about longer term, we believe, right? So I think there's an opportunity there to bring these types of feature sets along with other things like abstracting away volatile currencies and having that be just dollars and making it feel like dollar to dollar exchange rather than a currency that's shifting in value consistently.
FX on chain is something that I think is an incredibly untapped opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's like, bootstrapped on different networks. We can have a world where you've got settlement, remittances, payouts, things like that, all on chain, cross-border with, hundreds of different currencies around the world. So I'm really excited to partner with all these different local issuing authorities to bring local stablecoins to ARK and create a network where builders can use those primitives of all these local stablecoins to build all kinds of solutions that we can't even consider.
Yeah, I'm really excited about FX because my background previously, I was an FX trader, and those are the largest markets in the world. We traded $7 trillion a day in FX.
Wow.
But that market then fees and fees and fees are added at different layers of the stack the further that you are from that curve. So if you're a fintech, you probably get access to the market. If you're an SMB, good luck. If you're a consumer, changing, you've all experienced this.
Yep.
Changing your rates at the airport, you get hit with 3% fees. There's still a gap on public blockchains where trading and liquidity for digital assets has thrived, but FX has not. FX is a 24/7 market, but the real challenge is you can't really settle instantly.
Yep.
So you can trade 24/7 and they're liquid, but you still have that 2-day settlement gap and lag. And that's what ARK and bringing these local stable coins on chain will solve. It brings 24/7 transparent instant settlement that then payment institutions, hedgers, and speculators will receive the benefits of ARK and the blockchain.
When we talk about a liquidity hub, we've actually purpose-built the chain to serve as a liquidity hub because it's so fast, because it's an L1, it can kind of get anywhere.
Build your application on ARK for the liquidity, 1 second, 1 cent, 1 click experience. Once you're on chain and have the FX primitives, the non-dollar stables converting to dollar stables, that's where it brings us to tokenized assets. Tokenized assets come in the form of money market funds, private credit funds, equities, and that's where it lets these builders, institutions, developers start leveraging their store of value to trade.
You see large institutions starting to tokenize some of their book. They know that this is the future. And I think that's simply because it's going to be cheaper to put assets on chain, and then it unlocks additional capital that will unlock additional demand. And we believe that ARK is the best place to do that because we'll have this incredible ecosystem.
A lot of things we've touched on in terms of finality, privacy, like privacy, for example, certainly applies to capital markets use cases. A lot of traders and hedge funds, for example, will be uncomfortable revealing their trading patterns and strategies to folks directly on the network. So this is where idea of having opt-in privacy for a lot of these trading and capital markets like use cases, particularly for tokenized assets, will be very, very relevant. The promise of crypto and like what makes it so exciting is it's global and instant, like on day one, and it is interoperable with DeFi or smart contract that exists on a layer like ARK, and to our point of liquidity hub, that exists outside of ARK as well.
This is the home for stablecoin finance and commerce. We're building the blueprint together towards this vision. We have the tools and the team and the investment behind to come and build the experience directly for you. Let's go back to
Love it.
building it.
Let's get this up.
Great. So I didn't want to interrupt you there. What I'm really left with is Zebec's going to be heavily involved. You're talking about local stable coins. When you think about local stable coins, you think about, Zebec has a lot of stable coins that interact with it, but also you think about Metallicus, right? And Metallicus and what they do with onboarding credit unions. So imagine that, X credit union, has its own stable coin through Metallicus, or a city has its own stablecoin through Metallicus, or something like Zebec. And of course they said it had to be approved, because we know these stablecoins do, they do kind of trace back to central banks, right? So this is very, very cool. And they were saying instant settlement. That also rings very, very true to me for Zebec. We know how tightly involved Zebec is with, let me go ahead and get to the next screen here, how tightly involved Zebec is with Circle. And you see right there, Zebec officially joined Circle Arc Testnet, with institutional grade network being explored by firms like Visa, State Street, Invesco, and MasterCard. We know Zebec cards are issued on MasterCard. Zebec is an early investor. Zebec was an early investment of Circle's, and is a member of Circle's alliance, and continues to lead in developing payroll and payment rails within the USDC ecosystem, paving the way for broader institutional adoption. So we know that Breyer Capital, who was an initial investor in Circle, is also a lead investor in Zebec. So as Zebec goes, as Circle goes, and all the different terms they were talking about stables and having instant settlement, a lot of that has to do with Zebec. And watch my past Zebec shows. We have a Zebec playlist in which we've talked about Zebec possibly being a key piece to the interledger protocol of ripples, right? Now we kind of get into, should Ripple be worried? This ARC is Circle's own blockchain. Would they not even need Ripple anymore now? Are they competing with Ripple now? Absolutely not. They should not be worried at all. Ripple is still partners of theirs. Circle still uses stuff with Ripple. And I've already shown you guys before how with Zebec, there are Circle and Ripple ties. Lightspeed Partners, who was a partner of Zebec, who is a initial investor in Zebec, is also initial best investor in XRP. And if we go over here to Securitize, we see Circle is an investor in Securitize. So is Ripple. And Blockchain Capital, another investor in Securitize. If we go over here to Blockchain Capital cryptocurrency portfolio, they're also an investor in XRP as well. So there's a lot of crossover when we talk about XRP and Circle. It's not even a competition type of thing. In fact, if we go over here, we see a post from Circle where they're live on the XRP ledger. So liquidity from Circle's stablecoin is also on the XRP ledger. Okay, so these companies are all working together. If that's not clear, it really, really should be clear, at least to people on my channel. And I know people are going to try to kind of, massage this into a Ripple should be worried thing, or a Ripple's dead thing. XRP's dead now. So I kind of got on the jump on that and put out a title that might be a little clickbaity. People who know my channel should know that I definitely think and know and show you proofs and receipts that Ripple and Circle work side by side, just like we're seeing right here. In more than one case, they're working side to side. Okay, and something I thought that was interesting too. ARC is one of those words that you know what I mean. You know what an ARC is, but I just looked up the definition, right? for my people who are really into symbolism, you will understand what I mean by this. And if you want to say something in the comments, go right ahead. The apparent path described above and below the horizon by a celestial body, such as the sun. Okay, above and below, you already got that one. People who know about symbolism, of course, we know all about sun and sun type of worship and things like that. So for those who like symbolism, they'll know this right away. But yeah, Ripple's not worried. Ripple's working with Circle. That's very clear. Again, if I go back over here and I show you blockchain capital, we already see XRP is one of their things that they're invested in, and blockchain capital and Ripple are both invested in Securitize. But just to finish off and show you here, Zebec with the 333, gotta love that. Investors, Circle, of course, but we also see Lightspeed Ventures, which we know is also invested in XRP, and Draper Capital, which I told you they're invested in. They're a lead investor here, but they're also an investor in Circle. Okay, I've shown you guys that plenty of times. If you guys want to look that up and double check that, feel free. But yeah, this was what I wanted to hit you guys with today. If you made it to the end of the show, please put in the comments ARC, ARC, and I'll know that you made it to the end. Very much thank you guys, and I'm out. Peace.